This is a heist for the Milwaukee Bucks as a brand new report has dropped revealing a connection between Tyler Herro, the young All-Star, and his home state of Wisconsin. As well, a former All-Star in Jeff Teague connected Tyler Herro to the Milwaukee Bucks in exchange for one player in particular. And we're going to get into exactly all of these rumors and how exactly a Tyler Herro trade would be facilitated to the Milwaukee Bucks with the Miami Heat. But guys, before we get into everything, we noticed that 67.5% of you are not subscribed, so please make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe down below, like the video, and comment about how you feel about the Milwaukee Bucks this season. Your support has been absolutely unbelievable, and we appreciate it so much. But guys, let's get into this news about Tyler Herro. We have a new article here that links Tyler Herro back to his home in Wisconsin, saying, as the Bucks continue to face issues with backcourt depth, I'll kind of comment about that in a little bit, we examine whether Milwaukee could acquire Tyler Herro in a potential trade scenario. Now, right off the bat, I see here in this headline that it says they face issues with backcourt depth. And I mean, objectively, I just don't think that that's true. There's 5 guards in the rotation right now, one of them being injured, that could just, anywhere from the 1 to the 9th man on the roster. I mean, they have AJ Green, Ryan Rollins, they have Cole Anthony, Kevin Porter Jr., and Gary Trent. So, I mean, right off the bat, I don't think that there's a lack of backcourt depth on this team. I mean, it's actually the opposite. There's lots of backcourt depth on this team. Some could argue a little too much at this point. I mean, something that the Bucks could really use right now is a forward, if anything. But, having Tyler Herro here, I don't hate the idea of it, but, we'll dive into that just a little bit more as we kind of continue on with this article. It continues on here saying that Herro was mentioned in some trade rumors in the offseason following Miami's decision to deny him a contract extension offer after he became eligible for one. The 25-year-old guard was linked to some teams around the league. Now, this offseason, of course, as we just read there, that Tyler Herro was denied a contract extension and they kind of couldn't come to terms on, which is a little bit surprising, actually, because Tyler Herro is still so young and he made his first All-Star appearance last year. And, definitely a little bit of a question there because he is definitely, at least objectively, the second best player on that team. But Norman Powell could obviously be taking over that role right now as he has been on an absolute heater this season. I mean, he's tearing up the floor with his scoring efficiency right now. I mean, he's averaging almost 50% from the three-point line on around 7 attempts per game. So, I mean, it looks like he's almost even taken over that two-guard role from Tyler Herro. But of course, when he came back, when he eventually comes back from his injury, he hasn't played a game this season yet, but when he does come back, he would most likely be playing the point guard spot, which will be interesting to see because we haven't really seen Tyler Herro in a true point guard position right now because, they have Davion Mitchell and they had Kyle Lowry before that. But we'll get into all that a little bit later. But kind of continuing on with the article, it says here that considering Milwaukee's depleted draft reserves, it would be quite challenging for the Bucks to make a deal happen. Given their current assets, the Bucks could formulate a trade package featuring Kyle Kuzma, Ryan Rollins, Kevin Porter Jr., and Andre Jackson Jr., and 2 future first-round picks. While the financial aspects of their offer make sense, the Heat may not see such merit in doing this deal, primarily since it will require them to cut several players to meet roster requirements. Thus, when considering Miami's roster needs, a more realistic offer would likely include Bobby Portis, Kyle Kuzma, a future first-round pick, and a first-round pick swap. Now, right off the bat, I know that Jon Horst is not going to trade Ryan Rollins or even Kevin Porter Jr. because, I think that Ryan Rollins should be the starting point guard even if Kevin Porter Jr. comes back. I mean, just from a defensive standpoint, Ryan Rollins has been so valuable on that end of the floor. I believe he's top 3 in deflections right now in total. So, I mean, obviously, they're not going to trade away Ryan Rollins. I mean, I don't know who would play the point guard position if Kevin Porter Jr. went along with him. But right off the bat, Ryan Rollins is not going anywhere. Kevin Porter Jr. is not going anywhere. I mean, Andre Jackson could make his way into talks in that trade. I don't see why the Miami Heat would want him exactly. They kind of have a little bit heavy in the guard position right now. But just kind of looking overall at an exchange for Tyler Herro. I know that Bobby Portis has had his name brought up a little bit. He's not having his best season rebounding wise and efficiency wise. Is definitely lacking in that department. But Jeff Teague was one of the guys that mentioned Bobby Portis, of course, just being in a swap for Tyler Herro. And, of course, a straight-up swap for Tyler Herro and Bobby Portis probably wouldn't be the most ideal, the ideal swap for the Miami Heat. I don't know if they're really looking to offload Tyler Herro right now, given that he hasn't played a game yet for them this year, but they're definitely going to take a look at his trade value, I would say, given that they haven't given him the contract extension yet. So it's definitely going to be something to look at going forward. But the article kind of continues on saying, overall, that that's the trade that should happen. Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis, Andre Jackson, and Ryan Rollins, which of course isn't going to happen. But I mean, overall, when we're looking at the idea of a Tyler Herro trade, I definitely don't hate it. I think that Giannis could definitely use a secondary shot creator next to him in Tyler Herro, who is, I think, a pretty good 3-level scorer at this point. I mean, he can shoot from the mid range, he can shoot anywhere from the 3-point line, and he's a really great finisher at the rim. And I think he could definitely play really well next to Ryan Rollins, but looking at the feasibility of this trade right now, I don't think Jon Horst is going to pull the trigger anytime soon on it. He'd probably wait till maybe the trade deadline or until the end of the season. But overall, I'd like to get your thoughts on exactly what you think a Tyler Herro trade would look like for this team, and if you think he would fit well with Giannis. Overall, I do think that it would be good for the Bucks, as you get another star player on this team to play alongside Giannis, who would really benefit with a secondary creator next to him, someone who can also get some points on the board, and Giannis doesn't have to be the main playmaker for this team, the main scorer and the main guy around the rim. So I think it's definitely a valuable trade to think about, and I think it's something that could definitely help this Milwaukee Bucks team get some wins after dropping a game to the Detroit Pistons last night, which we'll talk about here now. That was a tough game to watch, guys. I mean, it's clear that this team is really struggling without Giannis Antetokounmpo right now. That's their 4th game lost in a row now, and obviously the absence of Giannis has just not been great. I mean, we can see that Doc Rivers is really just struggling overall, trying to figure out how exactly he can, use his players on offense schematically in a way that is going to get points on the board. I mean, they put up 116 points here. I mean, they're definitely getting points on the board here without Giannis, but they're definitely missing his presence there on the floor offensively and defensively. But we knew going into this game, it was definitely going to be a rough one. I think they put up a good fight where they could, but I mean, this is the Detroit Pistons. They're the best team in the Eastern Conference right now, and of course, that was going to be, I thought, in a previous video where I mentioned the Bucks' upcoming schedule without Giannis Antetokounmpo, I noted that this was definitely going to be the hardest matchup, and of course, they didn't come out with the win, but of course, we're all waiting for Giannis to come back and really get us back in, playoff territory, play-in territory. Even the Bucks sit at 11th in the Eastern Conference right now, which is obviously not where they want to be at. But I mean, that's, I guess, more reason to think about. Well, what if Tyler Herro trade really happened? And is it worth it to trade those assets like Kyle Kuzma and Bobby Portis and Andre Jackson? Not trading necessarily Kevin Porter Jr. or Ryan Rollins. I wouldn't like to see Kevin Porter Jr. go, as he really hasn't had a chance to play for the Milwaukee Bucks yet. But I mean, if you're looking at Kevin Porter Jr. in exchange for Tyler Herro, someone who is usually relatively healthy and has been an excellent scorer on all 3 levels throughout his career, I think that's something that you really need to look at. But I want to get your thoughts, everyone's thoughts on this down below, and how exactly you think a Tyler trade Herro would look for this Milwaukee Bucks team, especially with Giannis being out right now. And how exactly you think they would play together. Give me all your thoughts down below, guys. And as always, go Bucks.